But let's move on. We got other teams to talk about. So we are talking about the Hornets today on Strictly Ball Business, episode 41, I believe it is. We're talking about I almost said the New Orleans Hornets. Man, I'm fucking old. We're talking about the Charlotte Hornets and what they're going to do this season to get over the hump. So first of all, I mean, they got to hire a new coach, right? They haven't done that yet. They fired James Borrego after a couple underwhelming seasons, not getting past the play-in tournament. And now they have to solidify that. And beyond that, what are they going to do with the players they have? Obviously, everyone knows that they've needed a big man for a while. They put a Band-Aid on the situation a little bit by bringing in Montrezl Harrell last year, but they clearly need more than that. So where's it all start, man?
So I think a lot of teams, I say they have to get that second star, but I'm looking at the Mavs and the what they've kind of done with Luka. I think that's a very similar outline that they can follow, that the Hornets can follow, where you don't need a second star. You just need a lot of guys who fit well together. And LaMelo's very much... Is
that the best way to go, though? I mean, the Mavs did almost get swept by the Warriors. I mean, I know they had a great playoffs, but is this best case scenario for Mavs, or do we think we're just seeing the beginning of that team without a second star?
I think that team's gonna move. We talked about it earlier. It's just they have to get a star that plays so well off ball. But for the Hornets, how young they are, I think if they move in that direction and you start where you've just fit a bunch of guys next to each other that can play well with LaMelo, that's a great start. And you move into getting a second star off that, like the Mavericks are doing. So I see. I mean, Gordon Hayward's not going anywhere. He's got 2 years left of his contract. Makes the most money on this team. That's fine. Yeah, find a good coach. I think Kenny Atkinson would be good for this. He's a very good developmental. He's very in-between coach until, he can develop a bunch of your players, and he's smart enough where we can still win some games. I think giving him another shot would be fine. Obviously, Frank Vogel can be a good pick for anyone. There's Van Essel, coaches like that could get a chance. So we'll see. Tim Duncan's not. I think
I think Mike D'Antoni would be a great one if you're looking at former coaches. I think he would unlock LaMelo Ball. So if you want to just prioritize that, I think that would be a great fit.
That'd be a great fit. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Otherwise, I think you find the most success with the assistants that are getting their first shot. So it's likely a guy that we haven't even thought about or know.
Yeah, for sure. So once the coaching gets figured out, I do think... Now, I really like Rozier as a player. I don't think this is his spot. I don't think this is where he belongs. I think they can get value back from him or guys that better fit. Rozier is a very hands-on type player where he needs the ball in his hands. And at this point, you're going to want to do what they do for Trey. You're going to want to do what they do for Luka and let LaMelo handle the ball as much as possible because he's clearly elite, an elite playmaker, an elite scorer. So I think you find something different for a different place for Rozier. There's a lot of people that are willing to buy. I mean, McDermott would be fine. He's off ball. Josh Richardson would be fine. We just talked about the Spurs. Both those guys would be fine, putting some defense and some shooting around him.
He's a lot better than those guys. I think they could get something better in a trade, hopefully. I'm
not convinced you go and get a better guy than Rozier. I mean, if you can, you can. But a better off-ball type players is what I'm leaning towards. I do obviously think the priority this offseason is re-signing Miles Bridges. I think you got to bring him back after the season he's had. He's improving. I think, don't piss him off in negotiations and, just get it done. Oh, yeah, definitely. I do think find a big man is their second biggest priority. I mean, third. Coach and re-signing. Find a big man. I think Miles Bridges. Miles Plumlee is on an unguaranteed contract. I think you let that go. That's $8 million that you don't need to pay. He obviously wasn't it. I think Nurkic should be their priority that they go through on the free agency. I think they'll have some cap space, and if you go after Nurkic, I think he'd be a great fit for this team. I think he'd be an awesome vet to have. You could get some 3-and-D like Gary Harris, Kent Bazemore, bring them in cheap, or gamble on younger guys that just haven't gotten the best chance on their teams, like Amir Coffey or Josh Okogie. I think either one would be a good fit on this team.
Yeah, I think if they even went after a Jonathan Isaac, I think that would be fine. But if they really need to get a bigger guy than that, they should maybe target like Naz Reid in trades or Marcus Morris. I think they could try and make a shot at either of those guys.
Mo Bamba could be a good fit. I mean, they're not going to, he's unrestricted free agent. They could probably get him for cheaper. I don't think the Magic are going to answer too much. Mo Bamba Mo Bamba did shoot 38% from three, and he did get close to 3 blocks a game. So that he might be the answer in Charlotte.
I can see that. Yeah, no doubt. I think they don't have a ton of question marks here. It's clearly a team that's on the cusp of greatness. And I think once they get the right coach and they get some more of the right personnel, it'll make a lot more sense.
Yeah, I do think they have enough vets in the system there, like Gordon Hayward. I think he is. I don't think
he's a positive vet. Yeah.
I mean, he's a good vet. I just don't think for the contract and the role they're expecting out of him, he's not there. But I think he's a good vet in most cases.
Yeah. Well, everybody but the Hornets knew that was a dumb decision when they gave him this contract anyways. So
I think they were just happy that some former All-Star wanted to go to North Carolina.
Yeah. But no doubt.
Hey guys, be sure to like and subscribe to this video if you loved it, and give us a hateful comment if you did not like it, since they got rid of the dislike feature on YouTube.